guest, the 16th Chairman of the Federal Reserve Board, Jerome Powell, also known as J. Powell.
And inflation staying right near our target. And we see continued momentum from the data right through the beginning of this year. We also see, though, the financial markets expressing a view of concern about downside risks, really associated with global growth and with trade. So how do we put those two different signals together? And I think we're actually in a good place. I think where that leaves us, particularly with inflation low and under control, is we have the ability to be patient and watch patiently and carefully as we see the economy evolve and figure out which of these two narratives is going to be the story of 2019.
Okay, but by the way, FOMC, what does that stand for?
Federal Open Market Committee.
And who?
I think the better way to think about it is that there is no such plan. We don't actually vote on a path or a plan for interest rates. We have each individual participant on the FOMC submits his or her individual projections 4 times a year, and we did that in December, and 2 rate increases was the median. And it was conditional on a very strong outlook for 2019, an outlook which may still happen. But the good thing is we're in a place where we can be patient and flexible and wait and see what does evolve. And I think for the meantime, we're waiting and watching.
Recently, the President of the United States, who appointed you, has been less than favorable in about some of your decisions. Does that bother you in any way?
No. So we're very, very focused on our job. Congress has given us a very specific job. It's an important job. We're here to serve the American people, all of the American people, and try to use our tools to achieve maximum employment and stable price stability. So that's what we're focused on. We don't get distracted by other things. We do not take political factors into consideration either in our discussions or in our decisions at all. And that's just who we are. People who sing well.
Okay. And you used to be a golfer. You're not a golfer now.
I can't play a lot of golf. In the short term, if government shutdowns don't last very long, they have typically not left much of a mark on the economy, which isn't to say that there's plenty of personal hardship that people undergo. But at the aggregate level, the economy generally does not reflect much damage from a shutdown. A longer shutdown is something we haven't had. If we have an extended shutdown, then I do think that would show up in the data pretty clearly.
To go across the street sometimes when I see bikes coming and so forth. Is that safe for you to do that?
And I would say, particularly from our standpoint, one of the agencies that shut down is Commerce, which has the Bureau of Economic Analysis and the Census Bureau, and some of the pretty important data that we get is published by them and would not be published, including retail sales and GDP and a bunch of other things that are coming out this month. So we would have a less clear picture into the economy if it were to go on much longer.
You don't gather your own. The great pleasure of the job. And what's the least pleasurable part about this job, other than the interview that you have to do with some people?
I don't see a recession. I would say that if you ask me what am I worried about, I would say the U.S. economy is solid. As I mentioned, there's good momentum going into this year. The principal worry I would have is really global growth. If you look at Asia, look at Europe, you're seeing slowing in growth, and the question will be, how much does that affect us? It's a tightly integrated global economy and global financial markets, and we will feel that.
Now, talk about.
That's great.
Thank you
very much. Thank you. That's great.
Thank you.